The toll in the biggest outbreak of Ebola that the world has ever known hit a new milestone today. The World Health Organization told us that more than 4,000 people have died in 4 West African nations and 1 in the United States. Thomas Eric Duncan, Wednesday in Dallas. Tonight, new documents raise still more questions about how the hospital treated Duncan and why it initially sent him home. Manuel Bojorquez is in Dallas.
Medical records released by Duncan's family to the Associated Press reportedly show his 103-degree temperature flagged with an exclamation point in the Texas Presbyterian record-keeping system. The records indicate during his visit to the emergency room 2 weeks ago, he said he felt dizzy, had a headache, and abdominal pain so severe he rated them an 8 out of 10. And though Duncan told a nurse he'd come from West Africa, he was sent home, reportedly with antibiotics and Tylenol. Say Mindy Lloyd spoke on behalf of Duncan's quarantined girlfriend.
If you went to the hospital right now and your temperature was 103 degrees, no doctor will send you home.
Duncan returned 2 days later, this time by ambulance. Texas Presbyterian has defended its care of Duncan, but in a statement today said, "We have made changes to our intake process as well as other procedures to better screen for all critical indicators of Ebola virus."
CDC regards this as a very high priority.
At a congressional hearing in Dallas, Congressman Michael Burgess of Texas peppered Toby Merlin from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention with questions about whether U.S. hospitals are ready.
What are you going to do now differently to make sure that message does get to the people on the front line? Because that's really the critical part that was missed.
What we need to do is to work with regulatory organizations to be sure that compliance with preparedness is a higher priority.
Texas health officials acknowledge delays in the quarantine of exposed family members and the decontamination of the apartment they shared with Duncan. But Scott, those officials say they are following strict guidelines for handling Duncan's remains. There was no autopsy and he has now been cremated.
Manuel Bojorquez in Dallas. Manuel, thanks very much.